Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're hitting some core and some upper body. So I got my 5-pound weights ready to go for upper body. And core, we do not need any equipment. If you want to put on ankle weights, feel free. Other than that, it's pregnancy safe and it's safe for everyone. So let's get started. So first, I'll get you in that 4-point kneel. We're just gonna start with our cat-cows. So I'll get you to inhale. We're gonna drop that belly low, bringing that gaze forward. And we're gonna exhale, rounding that spine up, pushing that mat away from us. And inhale. We're here for 2 more. Last one. You're gonna meet me with that neutral spine. We're gonna tuck our toes under. We're gonna pike those hips into downward dog. We're just gonna pedal out those heels, really pressing into our palms, feeling that stretch all the way up our legs. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're just gonna press down into our heels, just feeling that stretch up our legs. Just slowly pressing ourselves with our palms. And then bring ourselves up to give ourselves a break, and then going back, just pressing our heels down. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're gonna drop to our knees. Gonna make sure we're in that 4-point kneel, so our shoulders stacked over our wrists, hips over our knees. And we're just gonna start with our bird dog. So I want you to extend your right arm, your left leg out. Bring it back to center. You want to inhale as we reach out. Exhale as you bring it back to center. Reaching our fingertips and toes out as far as we can. Then we bring it back to center. Just focusing on that breath. We inhale as we reach out. Exhale, bring it in. Keeping our rib cage pulled in the whole time. We're here for 2, and then we're adding in a crunch. Last one, we reach out. We crunch elbow to knee. We reach back out, then we lower down to the mat to reset. So we extend arm and leg out, crunch elbow to knee, extend back out, we lower down. Still focusing on that inhale as you reach, exhale as you crunch. Inhale as you reach back out. Exhale, lower down. Keeping that neck nice and long. You want your ears out of your shoulders. So that spine is nice and straight. We're here for 2 more, and then we're not lowering down. So we just extend and crunch. In 1, extend out, crunch, extend back out. Just flowing through here, taking it slow, focusing on that core control. We're here for 6, 5, you got it, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower down to the mat. From here, we're gonna come into some knee hover. So we're gonna tuck those toes, we're gonna lift those knees up, lower them down. So we exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. Making sure our back stays flat and our core is pulled in. We're using that core to lift our knees up. We're gonna add a layer in for 3, 2, and 1. So we knee hover, we're gonna pike up into that downward dog, and then we're gonna come back onto our heels, back up to downward dog. We lower our knees down. So we knee hover, lift those knees up, pike your hips up into downward dog, and then we're bringing our butt down to our heels, bring ourselves back up to downward dog, lower our knees down to the mat. Just one flowing movement. We knee hover, downward dog, bring ourselves down to our heels, back up to downward dog, lower your knees down. We're using our core the whole time, so it lifts our knees up. We exhale as we come into downward dog. Inhale as we come down onto our heels. Exhale as we downward dog. Inhale as we lower down. We're here for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. We lower those knees down to the mat. From here, we're coming to that other side with those bird dogs. In that 4-point kneel, We extend our left arm, right leg out. Bring everything back to center. Inhaling as you reach out. Exhale, lower down. Keeping those ears out of our shoulders, spine is nice and straight. We're adding in that crunch in 4, 3, 2, and 1. We extend, we crunch elbow to knee, extend back out, then we lower down to the mat. Extend, crunch, extend, and lower. This is our flow for right now. Just focusing on using that core to send those legs and arm out. We're here for 6, and then we're gonna keep crunching and extending. We're not gonna lower down to the mat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We extend, we crunch and extend. Not lowering down to the mat if we can. Keeping that movement slow and controlled. Using your breath. We're here for 8. Last push for core. 7, 6, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower down to the mat. We're just gonna come back into a child's pose. Just extending those arms out. Just taking a tiny little break here. Bringing yourself up when you're ready. We're just gonna do some wrist rotations because we were on our wrists a lot there. So just rotate those wrists around however you need that to look. Okay, from here we're gonna grab onto our weights. We are gonna be in a lunge position, so we're gonna have our left leg in front of us, our right knee on the mat. So we're in a lunge position, and we're gonna start with some chest openers. So weights are at chest level. We're gonna open our arms up, bring them back to chest level. So we want to inhale as we reach out, exhale as we bring it back to center. Just focusing on keeping that spine nice and tall. Shoulders are back, core is pulled in. Just continuing with those chest openers. In 4, we're adding on to this. 3, 2, and 1. So when we bring our weights together, we're gonna twist to the left side, bring it back to center, open those arms up. Close them and twist. Dropping those weights if they get too heavy. We just continue the movement. We're here for 6 more. 5. In 4, we come into some bicep curls. 3, 2. Last one. Meeting me at center. We're bringing those weights down beside us. Palms are facing in. We come into some bicep curls. Lower down. Exhale as you curl. Inhale as you lower. We're here for 4, adding in an overhead press in 3, 2, and 1. We curl, we press those weights up, lower them down. So we curl and press. In 4, we're just gonna stick with that overhead press. 3, 2, and 1. We just overhead press, those weights come to our shoulders, we press back up. Exhale as you press, inhale as you lower them down. Keeping our rib cage knit together, we don't want our ribs to flare. We're almost there, guys. Then we do the other side. We're here for 4, and then our weights stay above our head in 3, 2, and 1. Weights are up above our head. We glue our weights together. We're coming to around the world. So we're just bringing those weights around our head, trying to keep everything as still as possible. Just using that core to move those weights. We're here for 4, and then we reverse. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse directions. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those weights down. Switching our lunge position. So our left knee is on the mat, right foot is on the mat in that lunge. Okay, from here, we're gonna start with our bicep curls. So we just bicep curl up, lower down. Exhaling as we curl. Inhale as you lower. In 4, we're adding on 3, 2, and 1. So we curl, we box those weights out, bring them in, lower our curl. Curl and box. Just flowing through here. We're here for 8, 7, keeping that core in control. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. From here, we're coming to some shoulder flies. So we lift those weights up, we lower them down. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Being in the lunge position, it just creates more unbalance for us, so it makes it a little harder. But as always, if this hurts your knees, you can just come down on your knees. This just increases intensity. Okay, we're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, it's our last push. We're coming slightly bent forward. We're gonna tricep kick back, bring those weights to center. Just kick those weights back. Just moving our forearm. We wanna keep that elbow in place. We're here for 8, last push, guys. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower those weights down. Just come onto your knees. We're gonna place our left hand onto the mat. And we're gonna bring our right arm over our head. We're gonna stretch that right side body. We're here for 2 and 1. We're gonna let that go. Placing that right hand on the mat, bringing that left arm over. We're here for 2 and 1, letting that go. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna reach our arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let our arms fall. One more time, we're gonna inhale, reach up. And exhale, let our arms fall. Thank you so much for joining me for that core and upper body, and I'll see you next time.